is New Day Northwest. Now, here's Margaret Larson.
Good morning, everybody. From an optimistic treasure hunter in the Goonies to an unlikely athlete in Rudy or the loyal hobbit in the Lord of the Rings series, Sean Astin has portrayed some of the most beloved and memorable characters on film. He's got a couple of new projects coming out, including a role in season 2 of the Netflix mega hit Stranger Things. We are thrilled to have him with us this morning, so please welcome actor Sean Astin. We all love you. We have little ones here. Yeah, we have little ones.
Great legs.
On my pattern here today, I just felt like I was going to be, you know, jazzy.
You just put together, that's all I'm saying.
Thank you very much.
Am I right?
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm going to keep this tape forever. So how are you, by the way?
I'm great.
You're running around doing a lot of things.
Yeah. My kids are, you know, everybody just started school back up. I see kids out here. Hi,
Yes.
everybody. So, yeah, I've got a 20-year-old who's in college.
You do not have a 20-year-old.
I do. Should I not say that? Is that top secret?
No, it's just that.
Okay. And then I have a 15-year-old who's in second year of high school, and then a 12-year-old who's in middle school. So the beginning of the school year is always kind of
right.
I'm really inspired by them that they, you know, it's for me it's hard for them to go back to, you know what I mean? Like they've had time but they're just like disciplined, hard little workers, and they care about their schedule. And, yeah.
You know, something that's cool about you, there are lots of cool things about you, but you're a dad, you're a philanthropist. You've done all these things in Hollywood, but you're also interested in a lot of other things at the same time. And it made me wonder, I got to interview your mom a couple of times, and I'm so sorry for her loss.
Thank you.
But what a lovely, special person.
Yeah. And short.
And short. She is short. Yes, that's true. But there was a lot of power in that little body.
Oh, no, she made grown men cry. You guys know she's talking about Patty Duke?
Patty Duke and John Astin is Sean's dad. And I wondered if their life, their fame, their success kind of helped demystify all of this for you so that you could, you know, grow roots in other areas of your life as well.
Absolutely. Their value system was not wrapped up in fame. You know, they're actors, so there's definitely a sense of, I don't know, showmanship or something like that. But no, they care about people. They care about people, and you know, right now my brother lives in Houston, and so everybody's heart is going out to the everyone affected by that unbelievable, you know, historic disaster and stuff. So, but actors are empaths. It's our job to be emotionally available, which is why it's so great when 6'6", 300-pound guys tell me they cried in Rudy. You know? But so when things happen to other people, whether it's in a drama, you know, a dramatic setting like is happening right now, or just, you know, politics. Actors get into politics, which, you know, a lot of civilians find annoying. But the fact is, we care about people, and particularly people who don't have means. And it's like, who's advocating for those people? And sometimes the politicians do it, and sometimes they don't. But I really think that my civic mindedness is absolutely a result of how my parents view the world.
Did you have to, I mean, if you are an empath, it's sometimes those boundaries can get really porous, and
that's
you
why
have to be
my
careful.
wife of 26 years is a nice guardrail for me on some of that stuff. Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this new role. Stranger Things is one of my favorite things on.
Yeah.
You're playing the role of Bob in this new, the second season.
Bob Newby. Yeah.
And so tell us about Bob.
All I'm allowed to say about Bob is that he works at Radio Shack.
Yeah.
Which, if you're into the '80s nostalgia, that is the Stranger Things show. That's kind of fun. At one point, I have those pliers, and I'm doing the strip wire thing.
Yes.
And like, you're in 1985 right then. There's
Like
nothing
that.
there 84. Yeah. So, and he is Winona's ostensible love interest at the beginning of the season. So
that's fun.
That's pretty great.
That's fun. A love interest for, can we say?
For Winona? For
Winona.
Yeah,
it is.
for Winona.
Okay, okay, great. That's what I wanted to know. All right, so what else is happening with you? You've got a new movie that's just opened in theaters called Unleashed.
Yes.
Tell us about this film.
Well, Unleashed, does anybody out here have, this is a total sucker question.
Okay.
Does anybody have pets?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yay.
This is
We're
a story
animal
of
people.
what if your pets turned into people?
Ooh.
Like say you have a dog and the dog got let out and all of a sudden something happens and the dog turns into a person. And of course it's going to be a big person. Or like, oh, there he is. There, you're looking at it now. So Kate McCucci, the wonderful actress there, and there I am. So I accidentally let her dog and cat out, and there's a thing happening in the stars, and they turn into humans. And of course they're gorgeous. It's such a sweet
And they're
film.
the best people, right?
Yeah,
because
but they're of course they're gorgeous, right?
Yeah.
Like you can see. I don't know if they're gonna show him, but he's just like beefcake guy. He's the cat. He's the cat. And he's like, she's like goes to touch him, and he's like, no, don't come to me. I'll come to you. Like exactly the way a cat would do. And so it's really about the relationship that we have with our pets and like how close they are to us and how much we
That's
love them.
awesome.
And yeah, so there you go.
Seattle will be right there
Yeah,
for that movie, no
yeah.
problem. So Goonies was your first feature film,
Correct,
right?
yeah.
What was your very first role?
Very first role was with my mom. It was called Please Don't Hit Me, Mom. It was one of
What?
those. It was an ABC after-school issue show.
Right.
And, you know, there was always teen pregnancy or whether homelessness or there was always some issue that they were trying to tackle in 22 minutes. And so my mom was the abusive mother, and I was her abused son.
And that was your very first role?
That was my first role,
my
and she's
gosh.
beating the heck out of me, you know, and I'm like, oh, this is healthy for everyone, I'm sure.
Seems like a really good experience.
It was great acting lesson. It was great introduction to the industry, and actually, again, like you make these films that deal with people who are having, you know, issues in their life, and it just like again, it sensitizes you to other people and their experience. So
Right. You learn something
you
each
learn
time.
something. Yeah, you care about other people.
I'm glad that you do. Speaking of caring about other people, and I'm of course asking for a friend, but I understand that you can make someone an honorary Goonie.
I can. Do you guys know what Goonies are? You kids don't know what it is yet. You do?
Hopefully
no.
they've seen
There's
it.
a movie that's.
Go
I'm just looking at all
home and
these.
see Goonies.
There's like 7 little kids out here.
I
By
love it.
little kids, I mean big kids who aren't as old as the other big kids.
Right.
So Goonies is a movie about a little boy. It's actually about a group, and they find a treasure map in their attic. You know what a treasure map is, right? And they're gonna go hunt for. Oh, there you go. And that little boy on the one side with the straight. Yeah, that's me. That's me from a long time. There you go.
Isn't that
That's
just
me.
the
That was a long
cutest
time ago.
ever?
So yeah, so basically the Goonies was a group, and I do have. I wish I had the actual oath, but I can give you kind of an abbreviated oath.
Can we all take it?
Yeah, everyone can take it.
All right,
raise your
hands
right. If
up.
you want to be a Goonie, raise your right hand.
You do. Raise your hand. The little ones.
Now
go.
say your name,
Margaret.
Margaret.
Yeah.
You say your whole name,
Margaret Larson.
Margaret Larson.
Okay.
I'm not sure about Margaret right now, but
I
no,
didn't.
but
I didn't know it was the full thing.
Margaret.
Margaret Ann Larson.
Oh,
Okay.
that's such
There
a
we
great
go.
name. Okay, I swear
I swear
to be
to be
a true Goonie.
a true Goonie.
Congratulations.
Thank you
are now
very
an
much.
official member of the
Everybody is a Goonie. So you mentioned Rudy earlier, and you're right. Men, everybody loves that movie, but men are so moved by this movie. Do you know what it is that sticks with you guys so much?
You know, I think, people want to live lives that are bigger than themselves, and they want to accomplish things. And a lot of times, society kind of puts up barriers. They say, no, you can't do that. You'd be better at this. And you think, no, but this is what I really want.
Right.
So I think it taps into that feeling that says, like, people told me I couldn't do something. I wanted to do it. I believed in it. I worked really hard. And because of all of that and a little magic, I got to get it. And when you get something like that, I have this quote that I put on my my website, the cover of my website, that says, people will root for anyone if they show them their heart. And that is what is happening in that movie. So,
Well, this is all kind of explaining itself now because you've played a lot of roles that are like that. Sam was certainly, a friendship-defining role in Lord of the Rings. But it all comes back to what you said, that you care about people, that you were raised in a family where that was a primary value.
That's right.
And you've lived it out in your professional work.
yeah, and I've been so blessed to have characters come along that I can speak to, that let me bring that part of myself to it, and that kind of and that where they find me too. It's really hard. It's hard to have a career as a professional actor, and if once in your life you can get a part that's at the right moment, it's the right part, the right actor, and that magical thing happens. And I've been blessed to have it a few times, so I'm incredibly grateful.
Well, you're incredibly talented, and that's why it all
Thank you.
worked.
Margaret
So
Ann.
everybody, what's your middle name, Sean?
Sean Patrick.
Sean Patrick. All right, now we know
I
each
feel like
other.
I'm in trouble.
I'm not nearly as powerful as your mom.
Yes,
Don't worry.
you
Don't worry. So everybody loves Sam because of his friendship with Frodo and the fact that that's what we all want and hope we have in life. Do you have a friend like that?
My wife. My wife, for sure,
Oh,
yeah.
oh
My
no,
wife is
now
my-
I'm going to cry.
Yeah. Well, it's only
That's
absolutely
awesome.
true. She is so ever present and faithful, and not just faithful, but faithful and wanting what's best for me all the time and caring about me. And we have these 3 dumb kids together. You kids, you change everything. No, so no, never mind. I'm just kidding. Oh, dumb's a bad word, isn't it? I
Yes,
take it back.
you're not supposed
I'm
to say
sorry.
that.
I meant to say fun.
He meant to
I
say
meant
fun.
to say fun, kids, and that's true.
We'll get a quarter in the quarter jar on the way out. So being dad probably is top, though. I mean, is anything better? It's such an adventure.
It's so, and they're so patient with me. You know,
Interesting.
They really are. I'm really smart. I've got an education. I've traveled around the world. I've had this big career. I'm like a smart guy, except that if you know me, I'm really kind of.
Goofy?
I'm trying not to say that word again. I really am not as smart as I could be. We can always all be a little bit smarter. And so my kids, sometimes I'll say something and they'll look at me and they'll say, Dad, I understand what you mean.
There's nobody who can kind of put you in your place like your own children, right?
They do, but it's beautiful. Yeah.
Well, you can see Sean Patrick tonight, and we so appreciate your discussion with us today. He will discuss also tonight and have a Q&A at 8 o'clock at Urban Grace Church in Tacoma, and a portion of the proceeds will benefit Northwest Spay and Neuter Center. We're going to have a link to tickets for you on our website, but don't miss him. His movie Unleashed is in theaters and available for digital download right now, which is cool because you can watch movies all kinds of ways. Thank you so much for coming
Margaret
in.
Ann.
Sean Patrick, we appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you. When we come back, Fandango film critic Alicia Malone highlights fall's hottest movie starring Hollywood's Wonder Women after this break.